I wanted to put this in the truck today, but it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it just stopped raining. Enzo's coming here in a couple hours to pick up this 292 and it's still buried. He just called me. He'll be here in 40 minutes. We better get fucking moving.
Now, if I had any bit of brains, I would have brought the head. So we could have had something to chain on.
These things are awkward to pick up.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I love about that small block I got from you. It's got the lifting eyes on the manifold.
Yeah.
I think I am going to put an aluminum manifold on it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm looking, it's not really that big of a deal to block off the EGR.
No.
But I'm like, oh, I already have an aluminum manifold and I already have gaskets. And then I'm like, those adapters you got it for the square bore to spread bore.
Yeah.
They're a pain in the butt because I forgot you got to use like a short bolt underneath. And, and I'm like, why don't I just use one of the 2 aluminum manifolds I have?
Would make the most sense, I would think.
Okay. Recording. Okay. I get it.
Brought to you by Summit Racing.
I have a Summit sticker on my coffee pot, or my old man's coffee.
I feel like everybody has a Summit sticker on just about every item they own.
Alright, do you want to back up under it, or do you think the 2 of us could just roll this forward?
I feel like if we roll this, something bad's gonna happen. I'm gonna back under it, I think.
Yeah.
This pallet's gonna screw us.
Ow, ouch. Keep coming. Keep coming. It's good. That'll work. We could try and figure out how to crib it upright. I think your best bet would be lay it on its side, and it can't fall. And we'll just crib it up wherever we have to.
That hooked up because once I get home, it's got to come out.
And just strap it down to the pallet.
I'm gonna have to move that all the way forward because the hoist got to come in.
You do
That's
that.
light enough. I could drag that. It slides.
Oh, I meant. That's one thing, I don't have eye hooks in my bed.
Yeah. Lucky for me. I mean, I paid enough money for the fucking truck. The least they could do is put fucking hooks in the bed.
Do you ever have any problems with it though?
Can't complain. I mean, having a new truck is kind of nice.
Well, what I was getting at is, Vito was saying, he says, you know, the only thing I fucking work on is Ford diesels.
That's why I didn't buy a Ford diesel.
Well, Vito, do you ever have any Duramaxes in the shop?
Negative.
Yeah, he's like, nope. Ed, same thing. He's like, you know, we never have any Duramaxes here that are broken.
Call me an asshole, whatever. Make fun of it all you want. Isuzu motor, I don't give a fuck. It runs.
So there you go, folks. If you want a reliable engine, you need a small block Chevy or a fucking Duramax.
One way or the other.
End of story.
If you want a loud obnoxious motor, you buy that motor.
You build a high compression 292.
Yes. That's all, folks.
Yeah. I think of one thing to show right now. The uber expensive lifters. Yeah. Can you even see the hole? The little teeny, yeah. There's a 22,000 hole machined in the lifter to oil the cam lobes. got your engine, got your hoist back in. We found that water pump we couldn't find last time.
There it is.
Found another timing cover. I'm sure I'll keep finding bits and pieces of this over the next few weeks.
Yes.
I think you got most of it.
I think I got all the important stuff.
Once I figured out what I need for pulleys on the 87, you could dig through all my pulleys.
That works.
But I don't know what you're up to. All I have to do tonight, I think I'm going to go to the farm. I got to put steroid cream on my arthritic horse's knee and take video of the 87.
I have to offload this and have dinner at some point.
I guess I'll put that engine stand in the truck.
Yeah,
It's funny, I rolled the engine stand back up to the garage and I'm like, I don't need that here anymore. I could just bring that to the farm. Should have just left it right here.
but that would have been too easy.
See if I can find that other manifold for the Roadmaster. One of these fucking manifolds should work. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exhaust manifolds. There's hopefully a sixth one in there. There's a guy down the street there who's got a pair of block huggers for a 60 to 66 that'll fit that.
Nice.
If nothing I have works, I should be able to make something here work.
It's got to be something.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put an aluminum intake on that because I have a couple.
Yeah.
That just solves what to do with this mostly.
Yeah.
Not even so much this, just
Yeah, those.
What is that even for? The choke?
Yeah, it had the vacuum actuated choke.
It's got a nice vacuum tree on it.
Yeah.
You know, double fitting.
Yeah.
Got a distributor hold down. I got some bits and pieces here. I was like all night I was worried about this bolt, and then I stuck a round rat tail file in there, and the bolt is just totally not in there.
Well, that's
So at least it means I don't have to
actually better.
So I mean, yeah, exactly. I didn't even look at the other side. Were all the bolts on the other side?
That's what's making me think it's gonna be the same thing on that side. I can't be positive.
And we have. Oh, there's one bolt missing on this side.
One missing?
Hey, what's going on, man? My dogs hate his dog, but he's cool.
I think they're all loose. I think the manifolds came off when the motor was pulled.
Oh yeah, so that bolt is just totally not in there.
Yeah.
Oh, so at least we don't have any broken bolts to deal with.
No. Everything.
Well, as long as nothing else breaks when they come out. When they come out.
But like I said, they all should be fairly loose because I'm like 99% positive that these were off when the motor was pulled.
Okay. That's cool. I have square body motor mounts, but I don't know where they are. So I think I got to dig up all my motor mounts and compare them to the ones that are still on. That's a square body frame.
Yes.
And then I'll just drop it right in and start seeing what I got to do to fire it up. Hook up power and fuel and.
Yeah.
I found a flywheel.
Beautiful.
In the garage.
That's always good.
I guess we could take this. Enzo donated a muffler to the project. This thing's gigantic and it's very heavy, so hopefully.
I'm guessing it's going to be very quiet.
Yes. All this plywood I'm going to bring and throw down underneath the truck.
Al's Toys, huh?
Yeah, Al's Toys. Sloss did that.
Nice.
And then we ended up cutting that piece out. That piece was the head that was in the headboard of the bed, and we cut it out. We made the sleeper opening bigger.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. I don't know if you have them or found them or anything. Flywheel bolts.
I found a couple in there.
Okay.
Actually, I the couple I saw, you were having throw them in the bin with the head nuts.
Okay.
Oh, son of a bitch! It did get water in it. Well, that just means we have to fire this thing up that much faster. Oh, look. Oh, look. Looky, look. Missing bolt.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to have to get this thing fired up right quick.
Real fast soon.
The paint is less pretty today.
Yeah.
I don't think I looked at this for all of 60 seconds yet.
I feel like the valve covers were painted with the motor, and they're not even the valve covers to this motor.
I don't even know where that valve cover came from. It was just in the garage, and I just threw it on there last night to try to keep some of the rain out.
Yeah, smart choice.
It didn't work very. I threw the plywood on there. It didn't work very well, as you can see by all the water in the rocker arms.
Yes.
Story of my life.
Yes. I mean, luckily we did spray them.
Yeah, I did at least anticipate. I'm like, it's gonna rain tonight. They're gonna get wet. Let's soak them with WD-40.
Yes.
Oh, the exhaust manifold. Well, yeah, that's great. Those exhaust manifolds will come right off.
Yeah.
Do I buy exhaust gaskets, or do I just goober them on there with the copper RTV and hope it works? And if it works halfway decent, then spend money on gaskets later. If I buy the if I buy the tube of copper RTV, I can use that on a lot of other things too.
I guess that would be the wisest choice then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Copper RTV it is.
Okay. All right. The Enzo has.
Dare you.
The Enzo has spoken. Yeah, you didn't have to dare me. I am going to put the wood stove in the sleeper.
Yeah, because that I did dare.
Because you did dare me to do that. I just can't think of a good way to do it safely as an only heating source. But I think if I scale it down a little bit to have the ambiance of a wood stove,
yes,
I can still have a wood stove in my sleeper. Because it's just not winter when you're not hucking wood in the stove.
Exactly. Something about it.
Let's go look for those bolts.
All right.
And I found a handful of intake manifold bolts. Yeah, somewhere in here there's some of your flywheel bolts.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that's going to make this work better than when I had that engine in this truck. Is that you have 488 gears and this truck has 410s. And that thing doesn't start working until 1600. The camshaft starts working really good, like 2500, and you could just spin it right up to 55 and hold it there.
That's what I like to hear.
It doesn't really care. Holds good oil pressure spinning that high.
Nice.
Yeah.
High volume pump.
And then you take your foot off the gas and it just settles right back down to idle and 40 pounds of oil pressure.
I guess it doesn't really get much better than that.
Yeah, it's 10 and 3/4 to 1 with a 230 degree camshaft. I promise you this will rattle the windows in your house.
That's what I like to hear.
It rattled the windows in the pictures on the wall in this house.
That'll do it.
This thing thumps. You know what this really sounds like is the LS6, the SS 454?
Okay.
It almost sounds like one of them.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I remember it almost sounding like an 8.
Yeah.
I mean,
just had the
obviously.
drum drum
Yeah, it's
drum
got
drum
that-
drum drum.
Yep. That really thumpy,
Yeah.
bassy, drony thump.
Yeah, one more thing before you go. I can never figure out why they did that on the 292. They swapped the fuel pump with the location of the motor mount, and it's because the crank throws are so much longer that was the only place they could fit the fuel pump eccentric. They had to move it somewhere else, so they had to move the fuel pump over to where there's somewhere to have the eccentric to run the arm.
That's GM for you.
It was just the only way they could get it to work.
They made it work.
I thought it had something to do with weight distribution because it's so long. Nope, there isn't. Like, that was the only place they could run the fuel pump.
Amazing.
Okay, well, you have fun with your new engine.
And you as well, my friend. You have fun with your engine.
I will. Good day.